Welcome to a Victim Bites Back special with me, Jonathan King, and some of my friends busy eating our lunch. That's my friend Arthur's wife, Steffi. She's also a dear friend, and her daughter Sophia, and Arthur himself, who's one of the top barristers in Great Britain. We're discussing legal matters and various other personal things. I should at this point say that there is a false allegations protest meeting taking place on Tuesday, the 9th of September, outside the Royal Courts of Justice from 2 o'clock in the afternoon on, and what we're hoping is to get enough attention to us, as happened outside the Bell Hotel, where they actually closed the place down. We're hoping to close the Royal Courts of Justice as people hear about false allegations.
All this Angela Rayner rubbish that's been going on, I find it so stunning that the punters can fall for it. I mean, we all know the media loves anything that they can inflate and make into a great story. We know that the enemies of any politician or celebrity or person always increases and exaggerates what they're saying and turns a massive story from something that's a trivial thing. It really is obvious that somebody buying a house and having to pay stamp duty wants to do as little as possible, spend as little as possible if necessary, may well ignore advice that's set in it. By the way, you really should take expert advice on this, and thinks to themselves, oh, that's just them covering their backsides. But who cares? I mean, it's so unimportant. Everybody makes silly mistakes and does things they probably shouldn't do. It's nothing to do with whether or not she's any good at her job, which I have no idea about. I don't know anything about being Deputy Prime Minister or Housing Minister or anything else. I'm not particularly a fan of any of the people in government at the moment, especially not ghastly Keir Starmer. But the fact that somebody loses their job and most of their career out of a stupid, silly, little unnecessary thing drives me mad.
I've spent the weekend glued to television watching the three great tennis players, Novak Djokovic, who is possibly the greatest of all time, Carlos Alcaraz and Yannick Sinner, play in the US Open tennis. Sadly, it's only been available on a tiny cable channel, but it's been well worth watching. I recommend it.
I remember years ago, I think it was somebody called Gary Hart, who ran for president in America and seemed to a pretty decent guy, I thought. And he got cancelled, I think because he had an extramarital affair. And the whole thing fell apart, and that was the end of his presidential run. And I remember at the time thinking, they're all barking mad. Who cares if somebody had an extramarital affair, apart probably from their husband or their wife? You know, it's just completely unimportant when you're trying to work out, would somebody make a good president or not? I don't know whether Gary Hart would have made a good president or not, but him getting cancelled because he had an affair, people are so stupid, and they're mainly stupid because the media loves to turn a silly, trivial little event into a major news story, which it really shouldn't be.
Oh well, see you on Tuesday, next Tuesday the 9th of September, outside the Royal Courts of Justice here in London, and otherwise next time around for A Victim Bites Back.